drugs in my life. I didn't come back with the drug problem that a lot of our boys came back with. I think it was different because I had a family while I was over there, and I had a family, wife and 2 sons when I got back. So I didn't find it very hard to adjust.
Oh.
The only thing that I found very hard was the cold shoulder that the Vietnam troops was shown when they.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
One of the incidents that really disturbed me was. My wife and I, we were always church going. We belonged to church and went to church every Sunday. And my first Sunday back, we went to church, and nobody in the church recognized the fact that I had went to Vietnam and had made it back home safe. And I thought that was very, very cold.
Yeah.
And and I can remember flying home from California to Jackson, Mississippi. Nobody said anything to you on the plane, as opposed to today when, hey, glad to see you back, or
big rallies.
Yeah, rallies and everything. Glad you're back from Iraq, and how was Iraq, and blah, 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 and thank you for supporting.
Thanks for serving.
Yeah, but
that wasn't our way.
We got none of that.
Yeah.
Got none of that.
Terrible part of our history.
How do you? We're just about done here.
Okay.
How do your time in Vietnam, your wartime in service, how do you think that affected your life?
I think
overall, so many people never served and you did, and how do you feel that service affected the rest of your life?
I think it made a good man out of me.
Okay.
I really do. I would, if I had to do all over again, I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
The whole 9 yards. It made a man out of me. It made me realize responsibility. It regimented me. It made me. It gave me some morals. It gave me some things to strive for. I always tell everybody. I think every young man. This will never come to light, but I think it should, that every young man, when they turn 16, 17, 18 years old or whatever, should have to spend some time in the service. And again, I know that that will never happen, but my oldest son spent 4 years in the Army. My youngest son did not. I have 2 grandsons now. One is 19 and one is 18, and I see them, and I see how scattered their lives is, and how undecisive they is, and how they have no regimented things in life, and they have no goals. They and I give you some examples. You tell them to do something. You tell them to take the trash out. They go out. They may take out 4 bags of trash and leave 3. They get up in the morning. They don't make the bed up. It's the typical.
Sure.
It's the typical syndrome with kids where there's no urgency to do these things. There's no
Following orders.
Following orders. And to me, the Army taught me, because I was, when I first went into basic training, they come through and get us up at 5 o'clock every morning. Well, I'd never been up at 5 o'clock in my life. It's like, 5 o'clock in the morning, I can remember that DI coming through, turning the lights on, going, get up, and he used to come through with the top off the trash can beating on it. And it's like, oh my God, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, it's dark outside. And I can remember making your bed. You had to make the bed so tight that you could bounce the quarter off of it. I can remember the shoes shine, that he could see his face and you could shave in the shoes. Everything had to be exactly.
Your footlocker had to be
your footlocker, your
laid
socks,
out.
everything had to be laid out. Everything. I can remember the white glove inspections, the floor shining, the whole 9 yards. I'm the same way now.
Yeah.
I'm still the same way. My wife will tell you. Everything, she said, everything has to be exactly with him. His shirts all have to hang together. His pants have to hang together. Everything has a place.
Yeah.
Everything has a place. She said,